So guys, join me to Badagry. Oh well, I didn't know the journey was gonna be so far. I just got tired. I slept, woke up, ate, slept, was still on the road. It was really a far distance from town. But I enjoyed it anyway. So otherwise I was playing cool music, everything was going super nice, we're enjoying ourselves. And finally we are approaching Badagry here, and finally we got to the slaves museum. That was where we started from. They took us around the museum. Here basically you see pictures of the activities that was carried out during the slave trade, the different dehumanization that the blacks went through in the hands of the white slave masters. And this is a replica of the boat that was used in transporting the slaves that have been captured by the slave masters to their different countries. This is a dog that has been trained to bite the neck of the slaves that are trying to escape from their masters. So these are pictures of the different inhumane treatments that these captured slaves were meant to go through in the hands of their captors. And to make everything funny right now, these slaves were being captured by their fellow black men and were sold off to the white slave masters, who used them as domestic slaves to work on their farms and a lot of things. And this is Mr. and Mrs. Newton, who brought the architectural designs that was used in building the CMS church. So this is me. This is me posing at the Freedom Statue in the Heritage Slave Museum in Badagry. And we also went to visit the first story building in Nigeria. Actually, I don't know if it's really the first story building, but according to history, this is the first story building in Nigeria. It was in this first story building that the Bible was translated from English to Yoruba. This is Bishop Ajayi Crowther and his chaplain, who later ended up marrying his daughter. And this is a building where the amalgamation of Nigeria was done in 1914, and Nigeria was named by Flora Shaw, who was a British reporter and a side chick to Lord Frederick Lugard. This is a CMS, it was done by the missionaries back then. Me posing right just in front of the first story building. A history has been marked. Juliet has finally gone to the first story building in Nigeria. So this is just me posing, snapping. It was actually very tedious, so I didn't know that actually going on tours is not easy because you have to walk and walk. Anyway, back to my story. This is the different equipment that was used in handling the slaves. Let me pause it so you can hear what this man has to say.
And all these songs called like you go the royal house, they have anything to the traditional songs. Some women will be playing it like this, and some of them will be beating all these things. And they'll be dancing with it. And this is the grave of the sea only because his father is one of the little man who the white and the black. Although this man is not supporting his father, I've done the set of the missionary. That's why I say the sign of the cross. She's so mobee by the name, but we call BADAGRY, but we call me GI. Because the Portuguese Brazilians are all living within this environment. We died on October 16, 1893. Anytime that we're moving out, just like when the government moved out, people blowing silence to tell them, people they use for something. You hand over to one of the daughters, anybody who had it, anybody who was say your worship, sir. You wouldn't go and come back for the house and set up to get enough. Now, all these dogs are been trained. Anyone puts up on them, they can cut their throat so they can die. They prefer them to die more than to survive. And this is in your market in Calabar. Anyone they want to sell them, they are now ringing them. This is another one in Ghana, Slave Coast. And the man was seen in the hands and legs, surprised to see his head in the shade. Now ask him, am I not a man or a brother the way he met himself? Somebody said the hands and legs. They are fed up, they are each out of the sugar cane. Lucky against all this one, they do them to be dead.
So this is me taking picture at the Mobee Family Museum with the artifacts that was used selling the trade. So we visited this other place that contains the photo rooms where the slaves were being kept pending the patrol. So I'm going to pause so you will hear what this guy has to say.
Abbas came from Idaume. Today, the white people cannot use our own money, and that's why they brought all these items they use in the exchange of human beings. A van of an umbrella, 40 slaves. A bottle of gin, 10 slaves. The big canoe gun, 100 slaves, while the small canoe gun, 40 slaves. What do they use the canoe gun for? They use it to wage war within themselves in order for them to get more slaves so that they can sell to the white man. K2 and the B and the brass station and the eye Brazilians as a gift. A mirror doesn't have a specific number, it depends how you can bargain with the white man. Ceramic bowl, 10 slaves. A day gun, 40 slaves. And these two entries are here since 1840. When this compound was established in 1840, let's see the slave side.
This small place.
Coming, not here. The inner room, you are still going there.
Yes.
So, this is the man we are talking about, and this is how the man is normally dressed as a Seriki then. These are the member of Council of Seriki. The umbrella you are looking at in that picture, and this is the same umbrella here. And this is one of the umbrella they brought in the exchange of human being. A value of this 40 human being. This umbrella now is more than 200 years old. So this is the same umbrella the former Vice President of Nigeria, Yemi Osinbajo, came to sell this compound in the year 2019. So these are some chain. They also use on the slaves. And this chain is called heavy chain. Heavy chain is meant for the stubborn. And why this one is called ankle-shackle? The ankle-shackle is meant for two people, one in and one in another person's leg. And this is where they will pass it. So they will not run away by working on the farm. And the children also have their own chain. So this small chain is meant for the children. Once a family is being captured, they will not send the children along with their parents. So the children will serve as a bonus to the person that bought their parents. So once they grow up, they will send them to another country, so they will not see their parents anymore. And this object is called iron drilling bit. Iron drilling bit, they use it to write their name at the back of their slaves in order for them to identify their slaves. Anytime they want to use it, it will be very, very important. So during that period, most of the slaves die because they cannot do anything. And this place we are now is called a waiting cell. 40 people are going to this room. And once the 40 people are in the room, there's a door here before you lock up the door. So 40 people are stored in this inner room before they are able to ship. They feed them once in a day, and this is where they wee and this is where they poo. You can imagine how this place will be messed up then. And this is only ventilation they have in the room, and that's why most of the slaves die because of the heat and the odor. This is one of the bottle of gin they brought then. IS Medal Vienna 1873 was written on the bottle. A gramophone record used by Seriki then. A brass dish cup and mug cup given to the man by the Brazilians as a gift. And this is the money they use in Nigeria then the cowries. So these are some bowls they use in the exchange of human being. A value of one bowl, 10 slaves. No matter how big it is and no matter how small it is. Anybody that needs a 5 bowl, we need to bring 50 slaves. So these are some locally made pots they use in Nigeria. Then there's a water pot and there's a soup pot. Why this one? Also a water pot.
Okay. So outside the Brazilian barracoon where the slaves are being kept is a slave port where you have the lagoon that they will have to trek across some land and then finally to the point of no return. Anyway, this is me taking a boat ride across the lagoon so that we will get towards where we have the attenuation well and finally the point of no return. So guys, come with me once again. For someone who doesn't know how to swim, it's a morale for me to cross this lagoon. So guys, So this is the slave route. After we have crossed the lagoon, this route took us about, let's say, 10 to 15 minutes to cross this route before we got to the point of no return. This sand was very, very difficult to walk on. So this is where we have the attenuation well, where they say that in this well, when they take the water, they do some incantations, and those captured slaves will forget their origin and where they came from, so that they won't have anything to come back to. So this is me taking pictures of the attenuation well. And okay, you know, I was so thirsty. I ran out of water. I had to get coconut water to drink. And finally we arrived at the ark. So this ark now is where families are being separated. One of them sent from that country, other person from that country, children sent from that country. Just me taking cool pictures at this ark. Man, I was just like, when are we going to get to this place? When are we going to get to this place? It was so difficult walking on that beach sand. Finally we got here and I was taking cool pictures. Well, for me the beach is the point of no return. It's, I like the palm trees, natural environment, but I feel like they need to do more in this area, like clean up the beach, because it was so messed up with house of waste, water, and all this stuff. Like, I wish I wish they could actually clean it up. Like, everywhere is looking messed up. But anyway, so that is how my journey to BADAGRY, ended. Oh well, so here you go, my cool pictures. Fine girl. So finally we are out of that place. I didn't record of going back because I was so hungry. I couldn't wait, and this is what I had for lunch, courtesy of the tour guide.